All right, everyone, we got some talking to do. We got three teams to analyze here, our round results, and also where we may want to go from here, and obviously a little bit around some of the player pricing and where things have been going there. But I hope you enjoy this, guys. If you do, please subscribe, like the video. That would be awesome. The People Squad. We move into 356 ranked overall with a 951 this week, and we actually have 405k in the bank. So if we want to push for a Cleary this week, we really can. So I will say straight off the bat that I did make a small mistake this week. Well, end up being a big mistake, but we're not going to dwell on it, Jamie. But we've got Tuolangi here. We had an emergency 5. He played the start, was looking good. Had Valea in the 4 jersey, so that was that there. We also had some chat that King might not have been playing this week. He ended up playing the most minutes he ever has, but I didn't move May up into the 4 jersey. So I suppose up against a lesser team than the Panthers, which most teams are. They're thinking that May might be able to beat that 25 and have that upside, which I didn't move him over, unfortunately, which is a little bit annoying, but is what it is. We missed out on that 37 points, which probably puts us in the top 200. So sorry to the People Squad that I didn't make that move and put May up there. Seriously, Jamie, even if May came out and got 15, that would be annoying. But he came out and got 62, had that upside, and he'll continue to. But thankfully, we did bring him in and got the price bump up to 403k, so that was good. But anyway, People Squad. Randall's been great. Haas's captain was awesome, so thankfully we outvoted Hines for that one. It was actually pretty close, so good work, guys, for that one. Curdy Mann's been great. Arrow at 41, so he's still been making a fair bit of cash, guys. So he's not someone we have to worry too much about, but we obviously have to decide this week who we're going to move on from to get Cleary if that's the goal, or if we're going to spend that money on a couple other guys. So that's that. Nanai and Jones. So Jones wasn't perfect this week, but he'll increase from here. Looks like Frizzell might be out for a couple of weeks. I'm not exactly sure yet, but that means Momasia might move into that right edge, and Jones should get big minutes, you'd say, on that edge, whether at least over 60 and be able to get somewhere close to that 40 mark in points. So he'll be better for the run, but unfortunately played in this week, so didn't help us out. But Dillbags has been awesome, so great selection from the People Squad. Thankfully, they listened to me with Dylan. And he's done really well. Schneider's in there. He'll be better. They weren't great on the weekend, so he'll if that's his floor, we're happy with that for sure. He's making a fair bit of cash. Tungo in there with 55. Ewan Aitken's been great, 42. Still making a bit of cash. We'd like him to get up so close to those round 1 scores, but it is what it is. Hines, Crichton, and Pap. So the Panthers guys also have the Dogs this week, so I'd be playing May, Crichton, and Tungo again. Few people are mentioning trading on Crichton. I think that's silly. He's still got another 100k to make if he continues to averaging close to 50 there. On the interchange, we've got Starling with 39. Even Grant had a lower week this week than what we'd expect him to get. So there's even some upside there. So the team's looking in really, really good stead. Having only used 3 trades so far, looking really good with 405k in the bank. Maxi King's there. We'll play May this next week. Walters should be getting the 6th spot. Ilias is playing a bit better. Tuolangi, hopefully he's going to start this week. But we can make those trades. And I suppose the only guys that we'd probably look to move on would either be the Arrow, or we could eventually look to move like a Nanai on or something like that. Once he gets up closer to in the 500s, whether we want to use that cash this week to move up from some of those guys. It's really the Aitken, Arrow, and the Nye, the only ones that we'd look to really move on. Apart from everyone else has been really, really solid or is making plenty of cash at the moment. So it might even be worth holding off again on Cleary, but they do come up against the Dogs, so it's a tough one to play there. But that's the People Squad, guys. Really, really happy with where they're at, and the majority of guys making cash. So very, very good work from them at a 356 overall rank. Coming in first out of the 3 teams just is the head-to-head squad, who didn't score as well with 913 this week. Obviously, actually started really, really well with Damien Cook with 77, but we're sitting at 150th in the ranks last week and now 302. So not terrible, but not the best week either. So we'll talk through that in a second. But having Benny Hunt and Burton both getting 42 and 44 to round out the week wasn't exactly perfect. In this one, unfortunately, I decided to play Leo Thompson, given he got the start and how good his PPM is. Played him over, and there was chat that the Maxi King was not going to be You're not going to be playing with him playing late in the week. I was like, I can leave him on the emergencies. If he comes on, he gets his 30 and his 26 minutes, he'll do well. But he got the 49 minutes, so that was that. Played Hetherington and he only got 24 minutes, so awesome PPM. But I think he's going to do a lot better this week with the talk of, well, definitely Carrigan out. But who knows about the Payne Haas situation with Albert Kelly? What's going to transpire with that? But Kobe's going to be better. But obviously that didn't help us out this week at all. Those the Thompson Jones kind of scenario there, playing them over Maxi King, that was frustrating. Jackie Bird as well with 35. So I think Jackie could be one that we could move on this week. We've still got some decent guys making some cash. I think Hetherington's going to be potentially a buy if we once we have a look at team list, we'll work that out. But we're looking for some better scores from guys like Burton. Obviously, Hunt, we know how he's been playing. He'll come up against some easier teams. And not the Eels that are going to dominate this, pretty close to dominate this competition in that top 4 as well. So that's that. Just kind of was a slight down week for most of my guys, apart from Damien Cook, Haas, and also Curdy Mann. So of the guys that are, not 100% owned, for example, and not playing King. So if you get that extra 20 points there, we're probably ranked, probably 200 or something like that. So not too much to worry about. Again, only use 4 trades in this side. Only have 54k in the bank. So it'll be interesting to see what we do. Taylor May is probably a good option. Could probably trade him in for Bird and upgrade elsewhere if we wanted to. But I'm not sure where else we'd upgrade, to be honest. Most of the guys in here we're pretty happy with, and I suppose we'll work it out come team list. But that's where the squad's at the moment. Let me know your thoughts on the head-to-head team and what they should do from here, I suppose. But really happy with how my team ended up this week with a 946. So made plenty of ranks again. So starting in the early 5,000s in round 1, moved down to 3,000 after round 2, down to 1,900 after round 3, and now after round 4, 1,188. Sorry. So really, really good effort here. Obviously, having Dillbags, Dilly Brown was great. Playing Tui was looking really good. Didn't unfortunately work out. But, Brody Jones in there was awesome. Not at 30. Arrow 41, Aiken 42. There's a few average ones in there, in amongst some decent ones. The interchange was great, except for Penasini in number 5 with a 56. So it's, I'm very happy that he's going to start making cash, but him, not scoring for me was obviously a pain. At the end there, I could have played, could have had Kingy, could have had him instead of King, and got that extra 9 points. But overall, wasn't the worst thing going around. I have about 140k remaining, and have used 5 trades. Am I right? 5 trades. No, I didn't hold it. I didn't trade it all in round 2. So I have 4 trades remaining in there. So we're looking pretty good. That should hold steady, I think. Yes, that's why I don't click things when I've got 3 teams open. Okay, it worked, cool. So 145k in the bank. Have used 4 trades so far. That's right. And I suppose this week, Berry's on the chopping block. I think Reed's on the chopping block as well, losing a fair bit of cash. Just not playing up to the standard that we'd like. So the question is, do I just go, build up some cash this week and go for I could go Berry straight to May. I think is probably a solid one. They come up against the Dogs. He's got a fair bit of cash to make. And then I could use 200k to upgrade Reed. No, what did I do? About 100k to upgrade Reed to, pretty almost everyone really. Joshy Curran could be an interesting one. Is he going to be playing Origin? That's going to be the biggest question there. A few other guys you got to start thinking about now coming into round 5 is, if you bring in a gun, do you pick up one that's going to be missing during Origin time? Do you pick up someone who is going to miss time during Origin, whether it's Cleary or something like that? All things definitely to think about. What do we build to Cleary over the next few weeks? What do we do with this squad? And pretty much, Berry and Reed are the only ones that we have a little bit of a worry on. Arrow's doing solidly for where we started him at. He was priced in the mid 500s, so he's been sweet, averaging 50. He's going to continue to make some cash if he can hit 50s from here on in. He's got a little bit to make in that dual position player. He's definitely doing a great job. Other than that, team's looking pretty solid. Thankfully, Penasini's going to start making cash now. And, Walters will get the 6. Ilias will start making a bit of cash if he continues to improve as a player. If Tui's in or out, that's going to be the real question. We can move Aiken or Tungo up into the edge and, play Taylor May, play Penasini, there's a few options there. And, we have cover. Unfortunately, we won't have cover for the wing fullback position. But looks like Hines, Crichton and Pap are all pretty sweet coming into this week. So really, we don't have to get up until, just past round 6 to get the dual position for Talon and have that cover there. But other than that, I'm really happy with how things are progressing, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on this side. We've obviously had a couple of issues to start. We didn't have Tungo or Nanai in round 1. Fix that up in round 2, and they've kind of done pretty solidly. Well, definitely Tungo, especially. Missed out on Jay King, unfortunately, and traded out Leo Thompson when he started going good in round 2. He got extra minutes, and that's all happened. So for things to go that poorly, and to still be ranked 1188, I think is pretty solid. And to bank 2 trades in the process, not bringing in Starling and Leo last week, kind of has cooked me probably an extra 40 points as well. So there's a bunch of things that have happened that we could have improved upon, but didn't happen. But it is what it is, and that's fantasy, right? You can't do everything right. You can see a couple of the top teams this week. They were able to loop May. They started with King. There's a lot of things that have kind of gone right for them, which is fair enough. They played Penasini this week, that kind of stuff, which hasn't happened for me as of yet. Obviously, the Dylan Brown one's been a big winner for me. But other than that, nothing's really stood out as being a super duper good choice. Arrow's made a bit of cash. Kurt Mann's finally doing what I thought he would. That's about it. I suppose that's the chat on the 3 teams, guys. Let me know your thoughts on that. If, how your teams went this week, where you're ranked. If you'd like me to. I'm thinking about having a chat with guys that are doing well in the sort of top couple hundred. If you feel like you'd be good in a little Zoom chat with me on the channel, let me know if you would like that. Either chuck that in the comments or DM me on the Discord. That would be awesome, guys. I hope you have a great day, and we'll chat to you later. See you.